Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And they get into the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start. Offense operating from the pistol. They'll run it to the right side. He's stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Getting set. Here's second down. A pre-snap motion from the offense. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Handoff from the shotgun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
Of course, a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Short throw complete to the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Handoff to the right side. The gain is 2 yards, so it's second and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. With that miss, the score remains the same.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
The guys up front line up. It's first down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun handoff here. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looks left and finds his target there. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Whoa, you're talking about a big hit there? I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner is brought down. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's inside the 40. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Now, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Here's the second down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, BSU.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And now try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. This group was coming off a quick 3-and-out, and they put something together in this drive. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's incomplete. He was real good pass rush there on first down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Incompletion makes it second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Punt team ready to boot it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
And the Broncos begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's an option look. Pitch to the back. Using a strong stiff arm. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Touchdown, Broncos. This quarterback on fire today. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
The back's got it. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Tackled, but first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. And they'll use the ground game here. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wide out. It's caught downfield. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Making people miss. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice solid gain.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Breaks loose at the 45. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. The pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 10. Touchdown, Missouri. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Point after, knocked right through. The BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And from deep in the end zone, they'll bring it out. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Defense not pressing this time. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here comes a handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Third down coming up after that running play. Can he make it to the marker? Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Broncos starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Handoff running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Chris, it's funny. I think this quarterback underestimated the athletic ability of this linebacker. He sees zone right away. He's thinking he's got some underneath windows and opportunities to get the ball to his skill guys. But this linebacker steps in front of him and makes a heck of a play.
The reception, that's about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here. And the Broncos will have to kick it away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. He's found some room at the 45. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? He'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the runner takes off to his right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Here's a throw underneath to the back. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Got him, he's sacked.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Handoff on a single back formation. Good enough for first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
And here comes the punter onto the field. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass here on second down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the pass ball is incomplete. They tried to squeeze in a deep shot with time running down in the third quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running with purpose. And he's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? He'll hand it off. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. That's solid run. Good for first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll run it to the left.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on third and short. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense self-destructing. Penalty makes it 1st and 20. Ball handed off. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Here's the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important yardage needed on third down here. A field goal try would be from 52. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, and it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Did he take it all the way?
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run it here. They get him down, but that's a solid game. Second down after that run on the previous play. Testing the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Can they pick up the first on the ground? The Broncos look to keep this drive moving.
Man, I love the toughness from this offense here on 3rd down and short. Being able to get behind a big physical offensive line, they get a hat on a hat, get enough of a push, and the back is able to get behind there and find just enough real estate to pick up the first down.
Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Trying to extend the play. Fires it on the move. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Running back has it on a screen now. The defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. 4th down coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. trying for a fourth down completion. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this young man is doing everything he can to keep his team in this game, and this play checks all the boxes. Need a first down? Check. Get out of bounds and stop the clock? Check. Avoid himself getting a big hit? That's a big check.
They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. 6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's an out route, the catch made. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game, and the ball will turn over on downs.
Boy, as a play caller, you saved this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th down. 4th quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain the run game, held it just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Hands off to the left. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the 2nd half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
And the Broncos will send their punt team onto the field. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yep.